Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here, and welcome back to another random match here on WWE 2K16. So today we've got for you Kenny Omega taking on Hiroshi Tanahashi. As we've all seen over the past few weeks, Kenny Omega and Bullet Club turned on AJ Styles. This left to AJ Styles leaving Bullet Club and of course leaving the company, rumoured to be joining WWE. By the time this video is uploaded, he may have even debuted, I'm not sure yet. I don't think this will be uploaded until next week, about 7 or 8 days after I've recorded this. So he could have already debuted at the Rumble or the Raw after the Rumble. I think the idea was to put Kenny Omega as either the leader or the main heavyweight of the group now. He was going to go after Shinsuke Nakamura's Intercontinental Championship, but Shinsuke has now been released early from his contract, of course, rumoured to be joining WWE as well. They are now doing a tournament, I believe, for the Intercontinental Championship, which, of course, Kenny Omega is the favourite to win. So the idea of this random match, just like the one we did a few days ago between Omega and, of course, Kazuchika Okada, the idea is just to see, essentially, how well Kenny Omega can do against the upper echelons of the New Japan roster. Of course, Hiroshi Tanahashi, a legend, a living legend in New Japan at the moment, multiple-time IWGP Heavyweight Champion. And it'd be interesting to see what Kenny Omega can do here. Of course, he had a match against Okada a few days ago on a random match series. Did very, very well. I won't tell you who won it, but he did very, very well. A really good account of himself, and you can, of course, find that earlier on the playlist here. But yeah, it's going to be a really good one, this again, I think. I really like Kenny Omega. He's going to have a very heavy use in our new Universe mode we're going to start up, our indie version of the Universe mode. It probably has already started, actually. We've got the first pay-per-views this weekend. The Pro Wrestling Guerrilla pay-per-views. We're going to have Lemmy and Bowie, a double-header pay-per-view, and Kenny Omega will, of course, be involved in that. So be sure to check that out if you haven't already. You can find that on this channel. Subscribe if you're not already for a lot more 2K16. We're going to be doing a very indie-based Universe mode. We're going to have Ring of Honor Television and Lucha Underground as our normal weekly shows. And then every weekend we're going to have a pay-per-view. Those pay-per-views are going to be from Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. They're going to be from Shikara, Evolve, and of course Ring of Honor. Lucha Underground's not going to have any pay-per-views. They're going to do everything in the normal weekly shows, just like they do in real life. So we're going to have five rosters basically ongoing at the same time. But because they're indie, a lot of the rosters are going to share talent, which is a good thing. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. There should be a few episodes uploaded already, so like I said, you can find that on my channel. There should be probably an episode of Ring of Honor, an episode of Lucha Underground, and an episode of, or maybe even both pay-per-views from Pro Wrestling Guerrilla already. Depends when I get around to uploading this video. See, because a lot of things have changed in my personal life and my work life of recent, so my upload schedule is going to have to be a bit shorter. So I'm trying to get as many videos uploaded as I possibly can up front. This is about my 10th video today I've uploaded, my 10th video today I've recorded. I'm still going to edit them all first. So I hope you are enjoying all this. I'm really enjoying this, actually. After I watched Wrestle Kingdom and, of course, the rumours of the new signings for WWE as well, it really just filled my head full of ideas, and I hope you are enjoying these matches. I know the whole week so far has been very much based on New Japan and the new signings for WWE as well, and there might be some more of those matches coming up in the near future. Of course, if you have any suggestions for random matches, please let me know in the comment section below, or over on Twitter, of course. You can find the link to my Twitter down in the description below as well. But enough of me chatting a lot of stuff. Let's get into this match. Kenny Omega versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. I like this Tanahashi. It's a new one we've got a hold of over the last week or so. We've already seen him, of course, in a random match a few days ago as he took on Kazuchika Okada, a match which did take place at Wrestle Kingdom 10. Was that like the 4th or 5th or 6th of January, something like that? It was a fantastic match as always. They've wrestled each other in the main event of Wrestle Kingdom quite a few times now, and they really know each other so well. The match was a fantastic, huge clothesline there by Tanahashi. Not the sort of move you'd normally expect from him. A very, very aggressive move. See Kenny Omega now just arm dragging Tanahashi. Big overhead punch there by Tanahashi. And a fisherman suplex on Kenny Omega as well. Now just looking to stamp on Omega's back. Went for the dropkick. Omega avoided it, and now bringing Tanahashi into the middle of the ring. Northern Light suplex. Didn't bridge in for the pin. He's going to continue the assault. Of course, in real life in New Japan, you would expect in this sort of match to see the likes of Tama Tonga, Bad Luck Fale, the Young Bucks, of course, at ringside, and Takahashi, I believe it is a member of Bullet Club, I believe. So I've not done that in the game because I want to really just see how good Kenny Omega is, of course, against these bigger names. But like I say, in real life, you'll normally see the likes of the other Bullet Club guys at ringside. It looks like Kenny Omega is going to be taking the leadership role now at Bullet Club. It's difficult. I want to see a little bit more of it at the moment, but it either looks like Kenny Omega is going to take the leadership, or Bullet Club themselves are not going to have a leader. But it looks like Omega is going to be doing a lot of the talking for the group. I think he's easily the most charismatic out there now, and somebody who I think WWE will definitely be having their eyes on in the very, very near future. He's been at New Japan for a year now. I'd imagine he's got at least a year left on his contract. Great suplex there by Tanahashi. Quite an aggressive one. He had him almost in a DDT position, not your normal suplex position. In for the pin goes Tanahashi. First pin of the match, and it's enough for a 2 count over Omega. Tanahashi with a big kick to the back of Kenny Omega as well. And now just dropping a knee onto the back of the head of Omega. Tanahashi sending Omega into the corner. Brings him up, pops him onto the top turnbuckle. Tanahashi now with a back suplex. Of course, we're going to have some more random matches coming up in the next few days as well. And with all this New Japan stuff I've been doing, it might have slipped under the radar slightly that Austin Aries is officially now signed with the WWE. He is in NXT, going to make his debut at the next taping. So we'll probably do a few random matches over the next few days just to put Austin Aries against some of the big names in NXT, just to see how he will get on. Great sort of backbreaker there by Kenny Omega, just dropping the coccyx of Tanahashi onto the knee. Very painful move. Anyone who's fell flat on their backside before will know that it sometimes can jar your spine if you land with that much force. It can also break your spine doing that sort of thing as well. Omega slowing the pace of the match now, just pushing the knee into the middle of the back of Tanahashi and then wrenching the arms back. Very, very painful position to be in. I don't think it's going to be the sort of move you can get a submission victory out of, but it does very much slow the pace of the match down, allows Kenny Omega to rebuild a little bit of energy while trying to drain some energy out of Tanahashi. But Tanahashi almost comes out of it better as he throws Kenny Omega over the top rope. Now this match taking place on the outside. Now one really random fact for you guys, I didn't know myself, I only noticed because I was watching Wrestle Kingdom. If you remember CJ Parker, who used to be, was he the Moonchild? I think down in NXT, as sort of like a hippie guy. He faced Kevin Owens in his first match in WWE, or in NXT should I say. I was watching the New Japan pay-per-view, and I was watching the very first match, and he stood there at ringside, and I couldn't figure out, I was like, that's strange, he stood there at ringside, and I did a bit of research, and it ends up that New Japan have actually signed him up to a full-time contract, and he did actually wrestle the night after Wrestle Kingdom in the New Beginnings pay-per-view. So yeah, that was an interesting one, that was. Tanahashi now lining Kenny Omega up, and there's a big boot across. Oh, this could be a count out, you know. 6, 7. Referee's up to an 8. Omega back up to his feet. Can he make it back in? Oh, and he just made it in as Tanahashi went for the dive. Oh, crash and burn Tanahashi. But how much damage has that done to Omega? Getting his head booted against the ring post, almost counted out. Made it in, scraping the 10 count. Tanahashi, great springboard leg drop. Bringing Omega back up to his feet, now spins him round. Reverse DDT style cutter. Now in for the pin he goes. 1, 2, and 3, and there it is. Kenny Omega took a lot of damage when his head was kicked into the ring post by Hiroshi Tanahashi, and it is Tanahashi who comes out on top. Again, Omega did not win this match, but he really put on a fantastic performance here, and I do think that in real life he's going to have a very good chance of are putting on some fantastic matches against the upper echelons of New Japan Pro Wrestling. We're going to see a lot more of Omega, I think, over the next few months on our random match series. Really is one of my favourite wrestlers at the moment. I really want to see him go against guys like Brian Pillman and Dean Ambrose as well. So really, I'm sure we've done one of them matches already. We'll have to double check. I think we might have done Brian Pillman versus Dean Ambrose, but I really want to get Omega involved in there as well. What a stable that would be. Do you imagine Dean Ambrose, Kenny Omega and Brian Pillman as a stable? That'd be absolutely incredible. Three very, very similar sort of gimmicks, and really would work out very, very well. But that is another one of our random matches. I hope you have enjoyed this one. It's been another good one. I've enjoyed it. It's probably a little bit shorter than some of the other ones we've done recently, but it still really had the quality in there. Tanahashi did the damage with a big boot to the side of the head against the ring post on the outside. Omega made it just in before the 10 count, but I think the damage had been done, and Tanahashi, just a few more moves, managed to finish the match off. Of course, if you have enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. It does help me out a lot, makes the video easier for other people to find, and helps the channel grow and all that sort of good stuff. And subscribe for a lot more WWE 2K16 footage. I've been Chubby Gamer, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.